At the end of the day, though, I look at it this way, too. It's not a job, and it's not a marketing concept. It's a will that I have to please my customer, to make sure they're happy.
Above and Beyond, the real estate show. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Above and Beyond Real Estate Show. My name is Ralph Ciancio, broker of record for RE/MAX Hallmark Ciancio Group. And today we have a very special show for you. We wanted to present what I believe is the absolute greatest marketing strategy ever. And to discuss this, I really wanted to bring in one of the people that I think encapsulates this entire strategy. I wanted to bring in a good friend of mine, great local business owner, Mr. Eddie Mariani. So welcome to the show, Eddie.
Well, thank you very much, Ralph. It's a pleasure and honor, quite an honor to be here.
Wonderful.
It's been a pleasure, even knowing you. So.
Oh, thank you. So Eddie is the owner of Mariani's Clothiers here on Main Street Unionville, and his family's been running this business for many years. Now tell us
Well, listen, we've been running. My dad started the business in 1975 in Scarborough, Warden and Finch. We've moved up into Unionville Main Street in 1982.
Yeah.
Been here ever since. One of the only standing retail stores left from that time on Unionville Main Street.
Unbelievable. 1982.
1982. We're going to be 40 years here next year.
I'm born in 81, so I beat you a little bit.
Just a bit.
But look how much better your building looks than I do. That's you guys. Your business is in much better shape.
You know real estate, so I have to say thank you.
Your business is in much better shape. But that's incredible to me. And since 1982, you look at the different themes in business, the different advents of technology, shift in culture. You've gone through lots of different ups and downs in the economy, and I'm wondering. So the theme of our show today is the greatest marketing strategy ever. What would you attribute to your great success?
Well, I have to say, yes, we've experienced a lot of adversity over the years in business. We've seen a lot of different trends go as far as marketing, advertising, whether it be digital, whether it be paper, whether it be sending out mailers. But the one thing that we've always banked on is taking care of your customer. Working on that customer that you have, not the ones that you're hoped for, because that customer will always bring you more. Mm-hmm. So we found creating the proper experience, offering the excellence of service, detail, and timing is what keeps the customer coming back to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've obviously had to bring in new fashions and new trends.
Yeah, but that's always, right?
But that is always, and that's the beauty of my business, is it's always changing. So as long as we're educated, we're able to offer the proper education to the customer that comes in seeking our advice. Yeah.
So I guess over the years, as style have changed, we talk about bell bottoms or huge lapels or tiny lapels or no lapels.
And we're very grateful for that, because otherwise, with the quality we sell, a lot of the time you don't need to buy a new suit.
Yeah.
But if thank goodness for the change in styles and look and trend out there, it forces the consumer to look for something new. Sure. And we are grateful that we always educate ourselves on what is coming, what is down the road, and what we've gone through in the past to help evolve the customer into the look and to the image they want to portray. So for us, customer service is what retains everybody, creating the proper experience, something above and beyond they've ever felt anywhere else. Having the right knowledge to offer them, and also understanding each individual on their own.
So customizing
and specializing for that particular customer and their needs, whether they be in real estate, whether they be in the automobile sector, whether they be in the construction sector. We wardrobe men, period, for whatever they do. So yes, every client is different, and every client expects a different experience. But the one thing that we find that's a constant here is everyone that does consume in Mariani's tends to find that they leave here more knowledgeable about what they're wearing, as well as more knowledgeable how to care for what they're wearing. And knowing that there's a guarantee and a warranty on anything that goes out.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Something you said in there, embedded in there, was your element of integrity and consistency. I'd argue that the superpower of Mariani's is going to be a client experience like no other. I think the sidekick to that is going to be the consistency and integrity. That's like the Batman and Robin of your business.
100%.
Like the fact that I walk into the store, I don't walk into the store. I walk into Mariani's. I don't feel like I'm shopping. I feel like I walk in to see, Eddie and Lorenzo or Larry, and we're there, and I say, this is the need I have. Or sometimes you'll say, Ralph, this is a common thing that people are buying now. Have you considered this piece? But the fact that you know what's in my wardrobe, I mean, albeit 80% of what I own comes from here. But that being said, the fact that you can remember what I already purchased, and so many times we joke about it. You've told me, don't buy that shirt. You have the same one at home. And I'll come back the next week and be like, oh my God, I almost bought the same shirt twice. And that's happened multiple times.
Well, this is something that we pride ourselves in.
Yeah.
It's not just knowing your customers, knowing what they bought from you. It's remembering what they bought from them, remembering how they like things as well. Do they like their sleeves shortened, or do they like to leave them longer? Do they like their pen tapered, or do they like it loose and baggy? Every customer is uniquely different. But one thing that we do really focus on is not letting this customer look the same the next time he comes. It's important to follow and track their purchasing along the way, so that yes, the time does come when you can pick up the phone and call Ralph or call someone and say, listen, it's been a while since we've seen you. We know some events are coming up along your way. I believe that it's time that you refresh something in the closet, whether it be a white shirt, whether it be a new tie, whether it be a new tuxedo, whether it be maybe their son is getting married and it's time to reach out and say, hey, listen, you know what? Yeah, you got some nice suits, but you don't have that special piece. Customers, my client anyhow, understanding that I am really there to care for his wardrobe, understands why I do those and why I prompt them to come and take a look at what I've done.
Once they understand your integrity, they believe in it, right?
They believe in it, and they also understand that it does result in a consistency of look for them, as well as a consistency in business for me, as well as maintaining a consistency of service.
Which is a challenge. We talk about the service business. I think the reason why it's got beat up over the years is we look at the labor pool. We look at how people are jumping around from job to job or industry to industry. And it's really hard to run a business and have that consistency when all these moving pieces come and go. And that's the challenge. I walk into H&M. I don't walk into H&M, but, I've been through there. And it's like, it's like nobody knows anything at all about me. They walk in and they are, just trying to remember, whatever the kind of 2-3 sentences that management has shared with them,
or whatever book they got handed. As far as this is the method of our work. This is our blueprint of how you're supposed to react, like, and it becomes a script, and everyone's got the same one. Well, not every customer is the same customer. Not every customer is looking for the same thing. I've experienced very much the same thing. We're a small boutique. We always look for new help, and we always want new help. But the problem that we have is getting the help that is consistent to the level of service and
values.
For us, that is so important, because if they can't value the customer the way we do, well, they're not going to fit.
That's the secret sauce.
It's a secret sauce. And like I said, every customer has a different approach and a different need or a different desire when they come and they want to be sold something or they want to be clerked. Sometimes that's also an option that we have to recognize. Sometimes the customer's not ready to look past what he actually wants today. So we have to understand that, but we do have to plant seeds. And if we don't plant seeds, we are not doing the job that our consumer is expecting.
So, and Eddie's sprinkling a lot of little golden nuggets here. And I know that a lot of the people that are consuming this real estate show right now are, maybe they are in the real estate industry. Maybe they are entrepreneurs. Maybe they are just people who are interested in business and marketing ideas. I think what Eddie's describing here transcends this specific business. I think we're talking about suits. It doesn't have to be a suit. It could be a car, service on your automobile. It could be a real estate agent. How do you know and understand your client? How do you contact your service?
To me, I feel very much the same way. And when you mentioned like you go into H&M, or even if you go into a Walmart, or if you go into a Canadian Tire, or if you are finding that all the people that are there, they're not there for long. They're not very educated about how the system in the business works, where the product is located. A lot of people are jumping from job to job, so there really is no consistency on their education in that specific field. We believe in specialty and being a specialist. Today's world out there seems to be, where can I get the next buck the best and the fastest way possible with as little work as possible. Customer service is not for someone that does not want to work.
You're absolutely right.
You need to put time, and you need to put the effort, and you need to study every customer you have, because like I said before, they're all different. And at the same time, you have to maintain your integrity of how you want to be treated when the customer walks in the store as well. We have something to offer, like you have something to offer. So does Mercedes-Benz, so does BMW, so does Honda. We have to stand on those morals, and we have to stand on those.
Even if that's a tough decision at the time.
Even if it's a tough decision at the time. I mean, I have people coming here. How come you don't carry a $500 suit? My son, I want to buy my son a suit here. Well, we have a principle of why we don't, and it's because of the quality. I need to offer my customer, and I want to offer my customer the best quality possible. That is my goal. That is my dream. And let's face it.
And you niche yourself.
And it's what I want to work with. I believe in the luxury. I believe in the fine details. I believe in the art of tailoring. I believe in the art of excellence. So whether it's within the service or the product, it has to be delivered the same way, and maybe differently to each individual, but it has to end up as the same result.
For sure. So you're contouring the experience, but your ultimate goal, the thing that's consistent, is excellent experience, right? And that's something that you've done for many years. And for anyone that's in the entrepreneurial space or self-employed, just let that sit in, that they've been here since 1982, and their core marketing that has kept them as a thriving business for so long has been great customer service. You think about how many other people have approached you about a marketing campaign, a system. You can invest money. You could be on radio. You could be on TV. You could be on bus shelters. All those things have existed since 1982, and you've been able to thrive.
I have put and spent a lot of money on radio. I've spent a lot of money on newspaper. I've even dabbled. We're not having to spend the money, but we're putting efforts into Instagram and Facebook and social media, social media. But I have to say, my best dollar spent is the money that I've spent on a customer.
For sure.
Whether it's buy him a lunch after we had a great day in the shop, whether it's attend one of his events that he's hosting for a particular charity, or even donating to that cause.
But it may not even be an investment in terms of money. It could be investment
in time,
above and beyond.
Investment of time, an investment of how would you say, creating almost like a family relationship. Listen, we've been in this business forever, so I've seen people come and go, and not necessarily come and go because they didn't want to buy suits anymore. Unfortunately, they pass. Well, these people have meant a lot to me, meant a lot to my family. They put food on my table, like
40
they
years.
put on many people. Well, you
watch
go
them.
and you respect that. I've shown up at people's funerals, and these people can't figure out why I'm there. But
I've been here with you, and also with your dad, Larry, while you have people coming in for tuxedo, alterations, or getting ready to have their tuxedo, and you helped their parents get dressed for their baptism or christening at 1 year old, and there's that baby now who's putting on their suit for their wedding. That's so amazing.
Or their high school graduation.
Yeah, that's so amazing to me.
It is a beautiful thing
to really
be
incredible.
Able to work with the generations. There's no doubt about it. And I mean, in some cases, I've dealt with 3 generations of families where I've seen them as toddlers coming in here in a stroller, and now I'm selling their kids' clothes. And it really is fulfilling for me. And listen, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of businesses out there that we can probably make a little more money in. But it's not about the money half the time. It's about the success of my offering. What I offer and how I offer it, and is it received the way I like it to be received. And that way is having the guy come back in, having the guy speak of me. You mentioned it today. 80% of your wardrobe is from Mariani's. I mean, listen, I might just twist your arm a little bit sometimes, but it usually is the correct
it always is. It always is.
And I know it's appreciated, and I feel that I have a viable service that is necessary out there, because unfortunately,
I think it's actually going to thrive. Sorry to cut you off. I think you have been thriving in the shift of e-commerce now, where on my social media ad I see shirts and suits and socks and whatever it could be, and with 2 clicks I can have it shipped to my door. while everyone else is zigging, you've maintained zagging. You've stayed in your lane. And I think that people are going to realize that the idea of ordering junk online not only doesn't support our economy,
And listen,
we're supporting
sometimes
other countries altogether.
And listen, sometimes the stuff you can order online is not junk because you can purchase Armani online. You can purchase all the big brands online. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But there's no added value.
Yeah. Is it the right size?
Is it the right
Is this
size?
last
Is it
year's
the type
version?
of fabric that I want to buy? Is it going to
sure.
perform the way I need it to perform? When you put that shirt on, does it come and say, when you put it on, you say, geez, you know what? I'm glad this guy told me that I should have this shirt.
Yeah.
Or he just buys it because it has a brand associated with it. Online, click, it's there. Well, it's very impersonal.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of shoppers that are happy with that. And God bless them. They can shop where they like. We are unique.
You're niched. You're niche.
We
You're
are
identifying who
niche.
your client is, which is another great marketing lesson kind of embedded in this discussion
Well,
here
I
today.
think it's the most important
It's
because
understand
you have to,
who your client is.
who do you want to be your client?
What do they need?
And what do they need? And
Yeah.
what am I capable of offering it at the top level?
For sure.
Of service and guarantee.
Yeah.
Because if you can't guarantee it as well, your service, unfortunately, is not going to work for it.
For sure.
So, you have to be good on one end as well and better on the other.
For sure.
So purchasing the right goods is important. Having the right trend is important, whether it be in cars, real estate, or whatever
Hospitality,
it may be,
could be anything.
hospitality, or even the right dish rag to
Yeah.
wipe your counters down. The integrity is everything. So if I can't offer something with integrity, I don't want to offer it. And my customer feels it, knows it, and the schedule and the calendar fills up when it's time.
For sure. And you know what? On the kind of the theme of above and beyond service, I could share to all our listeners out there a story of you have already ingrained the Mariani's brand and not the brand in terms of color. People sometimes misunderstand one thing for another. They think of brand as the logo, the font, the color. I'm saying the brand in terms of what does Mariani's actually mean, and you ingrained that many years ago. But
the
one
organics of it,
yeah,
it's got to come from the roots.
But one of the examples I can share was, I remember it was my birthday a couple years back. Good friend of mine was invited to come out to a dinner, and Nigel couldn't make it out to the dinner. He knows that I shop here. He had reached out to you directly and said, I want to buy a gift certificate for Ralph. And so instead of Eddie flagging me down one day as we run into each other, because I probably saw him 10 or 15 times from when it was purchased to my birthday, he waited till the night of my birthday. He had known where we were eating dinner, and he actually showed up. And he said, I wanted to bring along. Nigel couldn't be here today, but he wanted to pass this along, and I wanted to deliver this. And so he went out of his way on a Friday night to come in and meet with us. And, to me, that's someone that went not just beyond, they went above and beyond, even beyond above and beyond.
Well, Nigel, when he called me to purchase this gift for you, I remember it. I remember it vividly.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a year ago, I think. Maybe even,
Might have.
maybe
Maybe a year.
I think it was a year ago. And he expressed the importance that you meant to him, and how much you've made him happy with whatever the purpose was, whether it was a business transaction or
friendship. Yeah.
or friendship. He was disappointed he couldn't be there, and he wanted to actually call a courier and come and pick it up and send it. And I says, well, listen, I know where he's going to be. You're telling me where he's going to be. Ralph is a good friend of mine, and I don't want you to feel that it's not going to be there in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be there before for you. I want it to be there at the moment, because the moment is what counts.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's a great message as well. It's all about the moments.
So at the same time, I think not only did I make you happy, I made Nigel happy.
That's true.
And possibly found a new customer.
Yeah.
When the time comes, Nigel may need something. He'll remember if somebody did something good for him and went out of their way.
And that's what marketing is.
And that's what
it's
marketing
trying
is.
to be etched in the mind of your client.
Yes.
And making it clear what you stand for, which you obviously have done successfully in this story, and in Ralph's mind, everyone that was at the party, and then even in Nigel's mind. So I think that's in essence what the topic today is. As we just kind of start to wrap up, is
at the end of the day, though, I look at it this way too. It's not a job, and it's not a marketing concept. It's a will that I have to please my customer, to make sure they're happy.
For sure.
It's not just for the marketing end of it.
I understand.
It's
that
for
comes in
the-
as genuine. It's genuine.
It's for the fulfillment of my character and what the Mariani brand means.
Yeah.
It means we're here for the community.
Yes.
We are here for the customer. and we are here to make their life easy.
Yeah.
That's why we're in customer service.
Yeah.
And the minute we forget that, we should not be in customer service any
Absolutely.
longer.
You know what I've learned, in being in business for 20 years is that the companies that have forgot about customer service, they're forgotten by their customers and they disappear. Simple as that.
And
right?
we've dealt with suppliers in the same way.
Yeah.
We've bought some of the biggest brands in the world, from Armani,
Yeah.
Hugo Boss, and the minute they got big, and the minute they changed their pattern, and the minute they became a percentage type of purchasing, it wasn't turning us on any longer as far as what we can offer our customer, because now we couldn't go and cherry pick.
Yeah.
We have to buy this program. Well, we
So
don't believe in the
they
whole
stopped
program.
listening to what you want or anticipating your needs, and they thought about what they need, and now they've lost a customer.
And now they've lost a customer
Right.
that also represented their
That's
brand
exactly
at
it.
the highest level. So what has now happened is they are now coveting us back, because the big block stores do not represent it at the highest level. They only sell it because it's branded.
Yeah.
And their dollars in the marketing and on the social media is what's driving that customer in.
And
There is no relationship at the end of the day.
And what I'll say is that any brand, for example, today we're talking about clothing, but any brand could spend millions upon millions of dollars on getting the message in my brain. And as a consumer, if I go to someone that I know, like, and trust, i.e. Eddie Mariani, and he says, Ralph, I've got an idea that's even better than that one, because I trust you, that's where I'm going to go. And that's the message here, is that so many people are spending money on getting their name out there, but there's no substance beyond the experience, and then they're forgotten.
Well, and like yourself,
All you're doing is paying marketers.
Like yourself, I've had the pleasure of doing a few transactions with yours and your company. I have never been disappointed. I have never been overlooked, and I've always been given exactly the product that's been promised.
I appreciate that.
And when you get that, it's hard to go look for somebody else to take care of you. You want that guy to be successful off of your dollar.
Yeah.
I'm not here to get something for nothing. I never have been.
Yeah.
But I do want to, how would you say, I do want to reap the benefits of the experience.
Yeah. Everybody does.
Everybody pays for something.
Yeah.
We're paying for a product. We're paying for a service. But at the end of the day, it's the actual feeling that makes you feel you got your money's worth.
Sure.
The transaction is just part of the deal.
Absolutely.
Because you forget the transaction, but you never forget the feeling.
You're absolutely right. And if you want us to feel good, we want you to smash that like button, comment down below anything about Mariani's Clothers. If you've ever bought a suit here, type in suit in the comments below. If you've bought a dress shirt, type in shirt. And we'd love to see that engagement. And of course, follow us for more great episodes coming at you. As we wrap up this episode, Mr. Mariani, Eddie, I appreciate your time. Thank you for being here.
Ralph, I appreciate it. And you know something, I think this is a wonderful topic to discuss, because I do believe our world needs more service.
I agree with you.
Whether it be in all of the industries.
I agree. And that's, for us to succeed, there was an advertising I saw in Italy. I was there in 2005, and there was this billboard of a piano with, I don't know, must have been 8 hands on the piano. You could only see the piano and the hands. And it said, "Insieme facciamo più." Together we achieve more.
100%.
And I think that if we're focused on service, if we're focused on community, I think everybody grows, everybody does better, everybody's happier, and the world's a better place. So
Absolutely.
yeah. That being said,
100%.
thank you so much for being here. And actually, if somebody wants to get in touch with you,
Yes,
maybe give the
please.
business a plug. Where are you located? What are your
Mariani's of Unionville. Mariani's Custom Clothier is located at 190 Main Street, Unionville. We have a lovely little shop. We're getting all our gear and goods in for the
Lot of new
holiday
stuff in
season.
here.
A lot of nice, beautiful product. All you guys that need goods for the holiday season parties and whatnot, all you ladies that need to buy something for that special someone, you're guaranteed to find something unique, and we will service it well.
Yeah.
All gift wrapped as well, too.
And on social media, what handle would you use?
We are at Mariani's Clothiers on Instagram.
Yeah, amazing. Great, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate your attention, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode coming up soon. If you like what you saw, check out these other videos on our channel. Please like, subscribe, follow, comment, whatever this thing is prompting you to do. If there's some buttons around my head, just click on them. It'll be worth it.